Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Planet Coaster. So far, so good. Last episode we built the world's worst queue for a ride that is actually quite popular here. Let the good times. Okay, we've done that enough. We also expanded a little bit in this section of the park. We're trying to get happiness at 100, which I think it was. Yeah, we're at 100 right now, which is lovely. We also, I guess the big thing that we did last episode is we opened up marketing so that we have a lot of people entering the park. The idea is, you know, it's like a swimming pool. We want to fill the whole thing up because a lot of our rides just didn't have very many people in the queue. I thought we had maybe too many rides versus the amount of attendees that we had in the park. We do have some issues with crowding. I would say that that's doubtless, but the game's handling the increased traffic fairly well. Our mechanics are... sorry, these are vendors. Don't even promote these people. These people are just going to quit on you the same way everyone quits on you. No, we're not going to go down that road. But, like, mechanics are normal. Janitors are normal. We'll hire one more mechanic just because I want to stay ahead of the situation. And, you know, we get rides that break down, but we don't really have too much control over that. You know, rides are going to break down one way or the other. So how was our plan come to fruition here? That ride is broken down, so I'm not worried about the queue. I think pretty good. You know, we've expanded this section of our park. Nobody wants to ride on Major Nelson's console launch. I'm going to lower the price on this slightly. Maybe raising the price has contributed to it not getting much attention. But people like Aladdin's shoehorn, which is lovely. And people largely are quite big fans of Let the Good Times Roll as well, even though it costs $25 just to ride the freaking roller coaster. It's got great stats. How are you doing? You making money down here, Gulpy Slush? You made 34 bucks last month. That's enough to buy one Gulpy Slush, coincidentally. Now we got traffic coming along here. I think it wouldn't be the worst idea to throw down some rides we have not placed, even though most of the rides that we have not placed are kind of bad. Like, we don't want to place rides that just make people throw up. We do not have a hyperspin, though. Oh, aka a tilt-a-whirl. We'll put this down here because the roller coaster here is for all ages. So to have a ride that also functions for all ages is nice, I think. And I think I've just given up on whether or not we're going to have priority passes. I've just decided, you know what? The priority pass dream has never come to pass. And that's okay. What am I doing with this awful looking queue right here? Well, I want to experiment with maybe making rides more efficient by optimizing the way that people load and unload from the ride. And for this ride, the staircase to get on is right here, I'm assuming. And the staircase to get off is right here. So I figure if they don't have to walk around, that might increase the speed at which units can actually, and by units, I mean, of course, our beloved attendees could actually get off this. This is like the super vom simulator, but we're just going to call this Dizziness is Fun, I guess. And then upload it to the Steam Workshop. No, I kid. Obviously, we need something here to, what was this cost, like $3? $4? Yeah. We need something here to drive the queue, make it a little nicer, so people actually want to visit it. Isn't there like, tell you what, put some Alpine rocks down. Basic rides do not get great scenery. That's just the rules of the engagement here. A little bit of shade, you go, oh, let's go on that ride. Maybe we'll throw up, but at least we can get out of the sun for a minute. You know, throw down a couple anchors, that'll get the people going. We got alpine rocks. Why not some alpine fir trees? What do we got, like 30? 57! Damn, dude! I guess it's easier to do this on a queue that is smaller, which makes sense. Maybe yet another reason to go for small queues as opposed to outrageously large queues. Throw some bamboo torches in here. Remember, it's kind of lazy, but the theme of this section of the park is basically like it's a hodgepodge of all other elements of the park put together, so I'm not going to sweat consistent theming too much right now. I just hope that we get enough traffic to this section of the park to drive people on this ride. And remember, my goal is, like, if we can get 8,000 people in the park, like an overall goal for this series, not to say that it'll end at that point, but an overall goal for this series might be just to get 10,000 people in the park and see how things are handled. If we could get 10,000 people and 100% happiness, I would be over the moon. But, I mean, that's so much better than our last park. I'm so unhappy. I'm on my way home. Ooh, I stepped in sick. So I'm imagining that's probably still over here at Solaire's Trampoline. This is another thing that bothers me about Planet Coaster sometimes. Is like, why even have a ride like this that just consistently makes, like, most people who ride it, or at least many people who ride it, throw up? Like, check this out. You're on a new work roster. Like, I feel bad for you, Boris de los Santos, but your new job is honestly, like, being on a new work roster that's just called Purgatory. And what do you do on this work roster? You just clean this ride. Congrats. That's your new job. So, hope you enjoy it. Stand there and clean vomit for the rest of your working life. Look at the queue for Underground Worm Colony. That is ridiculous. Before I put down one more ride, I'd like to see some people getting on the one that I just placed. We're not marketing to an all-ages crowd, but we know that there's going to be families. What is your problem? I need the bathroom after Gulpy/4. You know what? We haven't placed a ton of bathrooms in this area, so let's throw down, like, a building. Which building have we not used? Oh, we obviously have not made much in the way of, like, gingerbread house buildings, but we got some pirate stuff. We got some fairy tale stuff. Throw down this fairy tale thatched building right here, and then we'll go shops and facilities, restrooms, and just slot this, like, in here, please. Like, honestly, we could even, sure, add it to this building. And then, what are you doing? Like, that's pretty good, but then when I let go of shift, you're like, nah, is that up? Okay, let go of shift and then move it back. I mean, I'd like it to be, like, in a better place, but I understand. Just pops out to the front immediately despite holding control. Like, we might want to put 2 bathrooms here. Sure, it's going to cost us some more money, but I'm kind of the position of, like, who cares? Like, let go of shift. Just move it back just a little bit. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. We'll just put that bathroom there. This bathroom here. It looks hideous, but sure. Gets the job done. And we should actually be able to... Nah, I was going to say we can edit it, but we sort of can't, actually. Is anybody riding this ride? No lifetime attendees yet, right? 85% Q rating because we put some bathrooms down next to it. There is traffic walking by, so I would expect, like, some people to ride this. Maybe it'll take us an extra minute to get it going. In the meantime, let's put down, like, another ride. What's the nausea stat on that? Nah, that's not great. We don't have a pirate ship ride yet. So I'm going to put down a pirate ship ride. Why put the pirate ship ride in an area that is not near the pirate ships? Look, asking questions like that, you're liable to get yourself into trouble. That's all I'm saying. And this is really just an opportunity for me to experiment with, like, a little bit of novel entrance and exit placement. Like, I want these... We made $9 grand that month. That's pretty swell. I want these to be close to the staircase. And we're not even really doing priority passes anymore. So, the idea here, of course, being a dense queue makes it much easier for me to get that scenery rating amped up. But also, if they can unload and load these units onto and off of the ride faster, the ride will make more money out of the, you know, few patrons that it actually has. So, Honestly, I think that this is a decent use of fairly limited space. We're gonna call this the Assassin's... Oh, I have French-Canadian keyboard on right now. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. There you go. Hopefully this doesn't corrupt the game, you never know. The special characters, but probably not. Try to replicate that name. You might be able to... people don't know this, but like if you have a Canadian keyboard, usually if you hit like left alt, it will switch you from English to like multi-language with Canadian French support. Weird, huh? So obviously, you know, this is a pirate-themed ride. We can throw in some quick pirate-themed stuff here. I know that this is how I theme every queue with pirates, but you'll have to excuse the fact that, you know, if you recall, I just have zero creativity. Like, we've done this exact queue before, but I still think it looks sort of cool. Throw some freaking banana palms in here. This is the Caribbean, bro! You know we got mad banana. Chicken and banana. You know we've got mad banana palms down here in the Caribbean of Vancouver, British Columbia. That's too large. That ash tree is too large to be placed here. That beach bush is enormous. There is no escape. Black spruce. Somebody's gonna go on this ride. I guarantee you this right now. Somebody will ride this. What about a small Christmas tree? Hell yeah, dude. You think pirates don't celebrate Christmas? This is now our Christmas-themed pirate ship. I wish I could... You know what? I totally could mod this to play the DK rap from Donkey Kong 64. He has no style. He has no coconut gun. But this crazy Kong has a coconut gun. CG. Okay, well, like... I'm piggybacking off of better memes here, but you get the idea. I don't know, what else do people go crazy for? There's a campfire. Let's add another particle effect and slowly contribute to the instability of our park on a PC performance level. We got some floral creepers. We must be at like, yeah, I was gonna say, 70 is like where we need to be. So we got people lined up for Madrina's Wild Ride. Look at the efficiency. We are geniuses. People are excited to ride. Nobody's in line for Assassin's Creed 4 yet, but people like dizziness is fun, I guess. They have no thoughts about it, unfortunately, but that will change in time. That will change. Excuse me, can you give me Tree Collection 1, please? Oh, that's in Blueprints, my bad. Everyone makes fun of my trees. First off, don't make fun of my foliage. It's the only one I got. Ba-da-da-da. Secondly, dude, if you ever been to a freaking park, must be a hit at parties. Hey, you want to go to the park? Oh, what's up with all these trees everywhere? Yo, it's called a park for a reason, okay? Oh, dude, people love Assassin's Creed 4. Black Flag. I mean, it's a good game, don't get me wrong. Probably the last universally more or less beloved Assassin's Creed game. I don't think that'll affect the Q rating, but it looks nicer from my mind. Oh, it actually affected it greatly. And we have some people on the ride now, which is good. Now, we want to avoid, like... Basically, we want to avoid expanding money sinks over here. We want everything that's available here to be making money. I'm actually very surprised the Gulpy Slush is not making money. We're still waiting on... Wow, the Cosmic Cow Milkshakes lost money last month. Probably because it's right next to another, another facility. Wow, that lineup's getting crazy. It's right next to another drink shop. But, I mean, it's right next to another drink shop because people liked the other one so much. And people in our park are still complaining about thirst. I am a little surprised that there's like a dead zone here. We don't have a whole lot of people that are stoked to go on the Coldplay Simulator. We put an ATM down right here. And I don't know how much business it's getting. Yo, there was an ATM in there. What happened to our ATM? We didn't just place this down for scenery, dude. There was an ATM in here. The whole point was to neutralize people who were like, I don't have enough money to go on this ride. And then we're like, but what if you don't pay rent this month? Then you can afford to go on this 75-second long roller coaster. Too real? Maybe a little too real. Come on. Tower of Terror lost $8 last month. This is an all-time classic theme park ride. The Green Miracle is being ridden. I'm happy to hear. I'm not queuing that long to go on it. It's a 6-minute queue for a 5-star prestige ride. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, dude, 20 minutes to ride that spaceship from Contact? That seems like a good use of my time. Not that I'm, you know, unhappy that one of my rides is doing well here, but still. Remember, we're trying to drive, like, demand in this section of the park. For lack of a better word, we're trying to drive demand in this section of the park. The Yankee Doodle, or the dead zone between Yankee Doodle and this other area. What if we throw down this other area? I call this other area because of the fact that it has no theme. It has no coconut gun, but this section of the park has a coconut gun. No, it will not work. It has no coconut gun. I'll stop. Okay, what if we do this? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to connect two disparate sections of the park that may increase the flow of traffic between them without forcing them to walk around. I don't think it's sensible to force them to walk around. I can understand feeling otherwise about it. But, I don't think there's, like, too much engineering in the sense, like... You know, I don't think it really matters, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Whether we force them to walk around. I think people, like, they have an idea of where they want to go in the park, and they're going to go there whether they, you know, take the long way or not. I don't think it's that city skylines-y, if that makes sense. But, sure, if we can't get a line that goes through here, that's fine. Maybe it helps us avoid some of the complaints we've had about our park in the past. See if we've cleaned up our vomit act here. Well, we'll just do all staff first. Everybody's happy. Everybody's trained. You're not happy. You're also a little untrained. Plenty of vendors need boosts here. I mean, if nothing else, I think it's fair to say that I'm a good boss, you know? Except for giving my employees, you know, nice little pet names that increase unity, like Wage Slave. We've done a pretty good job of, you know... Well, I mean, like, the metrics speak for themselves. The mandatory staff enjoyment survey has 100% participation, and everybody's happy. Everybody's happy that comes to the park. We're almost at 8,000 guests. Still a little vomit, but I'm not queuing up that long. I am not queuing up that long to go on a boobily. At least the occasional person actually walks through my garden here. I'm happy for that. Dragons of Camelot's bumping. Obviously, this is the section of park where we're doing like most of our focus right now, and it's actually I'm a little surprised how quickly and easily this section of the park started to pop. Have we really not finished the research there, or did I just ignore the pop-up? No, well, we've been playing on speed 1, which is, I think, fair given the circumstance. And honestly, attendance is like fuel. You know, the more, I mean, it's basically demand. The more demand that we get into our park, the easier it is for us to justify the construction of another roller coaster, which for me is becoming one of the most fun aspects of the game now that it's very clear that the management aspects are light enough that even an idiot such as myself can make the most of them, you know? Where I never see this car because it's... The roller coaster itself is so large and the car is so small. We really, like, I would like to have this increased efficiency on this, but it is what it is. You know, the fact that the roller coaster is successful is nice enough in its own right, I think. But this means, you know, if we get up to 8,000 attendees, we could almost certainly justify... it's really windy now. We could almost certainly justify having more, coconut guns. No, we could almost certainly justify having at least another couple of roller coasters. As long as all of our other ones are doing okay. I don't want to put down a gift shop, but I want to put down, like, a food outlet. Pirate Shipwreck Food Stall. Beautiful. The pre-made buildings are still better than the buildings that I'm making. So, we'll throw this down. I don't know, does it come with a chief beef? What's in there? Pizza time? Oh, Monsieur Frites. People love Monsieur Frites, man. The thing is, though, it needs a new name. Because it's not Monsieur Frites 3, it's Monsieur Frites. There you go. People are going to love that. They're going to go apeshit for it. I think hunger is still, like, one of the most pressing concerns in the park right now. That and, like, not stepping in vomit. Yeah, I mean, hunger and thirst are pretty much exactly the same here. Families are stoked. They're like, nausea, no problem. Also, I love the fact that there's bathrooms. Ain't wrong about that. I don't know why we can't seem to, like, get ahead of the hunger and thirst aspect of this, but... it is what it is. This ride's not doing so well. Lost $69. I mean, I did call it Please Don't Vom. I can't believe Solaire's Trampoline is making this much money. This ride actually sucks, and the queue is always full. How long is the queue? 20 minutes?! Why this ride? Is it seriously just that it's in, like, a nice section of the park? That Cosmic Cow Milkshake's closed? Well, I guess, you know, like... you could just delete it and put nothing there for now. I'm surprised, though. Like, very, very surprised. I want to take, an audit of our other roller coasters as well. How's Stealth doing? It's losing money, but I think that's really... I mean, let's start charging 25 for it. But it's losing money, and it's losing money, I think, because you can only put, like, 16 people on at a time or something. So, that's just the inefficient design. My wife's life's work, doing very well, I'd say, considering it's one of the first rides we threw down here. Rob's Redemption, $1,000 a month? Dude, ain't nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned. It's got a crazy lineup still, too. Let's make that like a $14 coaster and see if people will still ride it. Rob's Redemption is still holding it down. Dragons of Camelot. It's broken down right now. Still made $2,500 last month. That's pretty awesome. Yankee Doodle made money last month. Beautiful. We have to keep in mind, like, I don't recall if a roller coaster has broken down month to month, so that might give us a biased viewpoint. Underground Worm Colony made $5,000 last month. That is stupid. And we even Let the Good Times Roll made $3,500 last month. I'm pretty happy about that. $700 out of the Coldplay Simulator. Could be worse. You know, it's worth putting down if it eventually pays for itself. And the Green Miracle, $2,600 last month. Wow. So, two takeaways. One is, roller coasters are doing well. The second is, our facilities must be bleeding money. Because there is, let me put it this way. We're not making the profit from our roller coasters set across our entire park. So I think the last thing I'll do is throw down, like, another pretty basic ride here that we've not had before. If there still is one. Like, we still have not thrown down the Sky Ace. So we'll just put this down. And this can just be like a semi-family-friendly section of the park. And remember, we're just putting the exit close to the staircase and the entrance close to the staircase. And I don't expect this to really pop off right off the bat, but it's just contributing to the density of rides in this area. It makes the queues really easy to kind of cheese up to 90 to 100%. At least get them into the green. And, you know, passive income, effectively. I don't know how often these break down relative to roller coasters, but get regular path. Close this down to 4 meters here. And just get it done. And I think that's going to do it for today's episode. It's a little lighter. I've got a hard time limit for someplace that I got to be, but I wanted to fit in a Planet Coaster episode. And honestly, in terms of productivity, it's one of the most productive Planet Coaster episodes we've had recently. Not much business optimization, but we were making money. You might wonder why our finances have stayed stagnant. That's because we're building a lot. Like, we built probably like 10 grand, maybe 12 grand worth of stuff in this episode, and have really expanded the park. This is Jude Law in 2004. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Underrated movie, I think, but a little up its own butt sometimes. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.